Alright, what's up, Randy Dandies? Today I'm going to show you how to get slime balls by making your own slime farm. This guy right here wanted to know how to do it, so I'm going to show you because I love you guys. And this guy right here loves me like a homo. And I'm down with that because I love you too, bro. Alright, let's do it. Ooh. Alright, what's up, pretty people? So to do this slime farm thing, the first thing you're going to need to do is find a location for your entrance. Now, my entrance is actually going to be right about here. The slime farm is actually going to be underground, right next to bedrock, so it doesn't really matter where you put it. You better just hope to God that when we're digging down, you don't land in lava. So essentially, once you find the location for your entrance, you're going to start digging down. Now, it might be a good idea to do this first without any of your items. Simply because if you land in lava, all your shit's going to burn. And if you don't want burn shit, then I would test it first without anything, just to make sure that the hole is clean. And then come back up, and that's what she said. And then come back up and go get your stuff and then go back down. So essentially all the things you see in my bottom bar is all you're going to need to do this farm. So now what you're going to do is after you find your location, you're going to dig straight down. You're going to place ladders on the side of the wall as you go down, simply so you can get back up. Imagine that. So we're just going to dig down. Oop, I'm glitching. There we are. Until we get to bedrock. Once we get to bedrock, I will see you guys in a minute. I'm just going to speed this up, and I will see you guys here in just a minute. Alright, so here we are at bedrock. You can see I've just went, obviously, down to bedrock. Imagine that. And now we are going to go up approximately 3 or 4 layers. We'll do 3 just because I don't really give a damn. And now we are going to start building our actual slime farm. Now, I did a little bit of research and determined that slimes only spawn in the bottom 40 layers of the, this is going to be bad, of the earth. So it's going to be a good idea to obviously go down to the bottom and build your farm underground, which is what we're doing now. Now you can see that when you actually put TNT inside of a block, like I did, if you dig 2 in, then you place down the TNT, it's going to give you a real nice and pretty mining section that you can then use to obviously clear out a nice large area and build your farm. As you can see, that came out pretty nice. And yeah, now you're going to want to light up this area. I recommend you do this on peaceful, at least for this part, so that you don't get blown up by a creeper or get mauled by a zombie or whatever else. And also you'll get your health back when you're way too close to your TNT because you weren't smart like me. So yeah, that's a thing. So essentially now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear out a nice large area where slimes can spawn. Apparently my torch got blown off the wall. Anyway, so I'm just going to clear out a nice large area, and then we should be able to continue with our slime farming. Now you can see here that that wasn't perfect, and it's simply because there's dirt there, and dirt is a lot more, I'm assuming, fragile than rock. We're just going to keep clearing it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just perfect enough for slimes to spawn is really the only thing we're worried about. So essentially we're just going to keep doing this, and I will catch back up with you guys once I have a nice cleared out area. Alright, so here we are 15 minutes later. You can see I just kind of really got reckless with the TNT after I said I'll catch you guys in a minute. You can see over here it looks pretty good, but the rest of it is a work of something. It's not a work of art, but let's face it, we didn't cut off our own ear like, what's his face? Van Gogh, maybe? I don't know what his name was. Doesn't matter. Point is, we have our slightly finished, I guess it is finished, slime farm. You're going to want to go ahead and light it up because slimes will spawn in the light, but nothing else will, or you better hope to God it doesn't, because otherwise you're going to get owned. So let's go ahead and switch over to easy mode. We'll wait a little while, and then we'll come and check on it and see what we've got. Alright, so here we are, day, I don't know, something like way longer than it should have been. So it is a little bit prettier than it was last time you saw it. I did have to mine out all of this from the horrific thing you saw before. I know I said it wasn't Vincent van Gogh, but let's face it, I'm probably one psychopathic dream away from cutting off my own ear. So now it is kind of Vincent van Gogh-like, I think, question mark? Anyway, so I had a slime, but it's kind of a sad story. I was over here making another tunnel because no slimes would spawn for the love of God over there. So I was building another tunnel and a slime spawned, I don't know, I would say further down that way, and he was hopping towards me. And I was going to get the recording going so I could show you guys, and I was standing about, I don't know, I'd say here. I was standing here, and long story short, apparently slimes can hop over this and burn in the fire, or in the lava. So, yeah. The one slime that I got in, like, 3 days, burned. So long story short, I hope to God you watched this all the way through before you started doing this. In the 3 days, I recorded the first part of that 3 days ago. And, well, I've got one slime in 3 days. So I think it's probably pretty safe to say that this really isn't a good idea. To be blunt, I would look through a dungeon before ever considering to do this. I mean, if you find a dungeon and you find a slime, then I would level out that area. But to do it the way I did it, and there really isn't a good way to do it. I'm being blunt now. There really isn't a good way to do it. But this is going to be the best way to do it if you have extreme patience. It does work, but it's finicky and unreliable at best. So, I mean, if you're really desperate for slimes, this is one way to do it, I guess, while you're looking through caves. But, yeah, here is about 3 layers above bedrock, and over there is 4. So I thought I'd try out a different layer, which is why this is higher up. I did use TNT to clear all this out. Out here I used TNT, but it's kind of dirty, as you could probably tell from the ceiling. And I had to mine out the rest, which was a lot of work and way not worth it. So, yeah, I'd search through a dungeon unless you really, really like this game and don't get angry and have good patience. All of which I do not like or have. So, yeah, that's about it for me. This guy wants to have my babies, and I'm down with that because I can put something in your something, and we can make ourselves a child. I love you all, and I will see you guys all next time. Oh, don't do this. Alright, see you next time.